What are the reasons dating you is hard? What are the things that drive you crazy? What would you do if you were the last person on Earth? Cry. That would be scary. Post a meme, ride longboard in the middle of Main Street, proceed to do an actual self-preserving things, like storing food and water, medicine, that kind of stuff. Who's gonna see that meme? That's why I would post it. The irony. See what's inside Area 51. Walk around naked. I would get bored. What's one song that y'all vibing to now? Demanding Excellence by Labyrinth. Ring of Fire by Johnny Cash. Classic. Blinding Lights by The Weeknd. Zach write this? Dog Days Are Over by Florence and the Machine. It's an oldie, but a goodie. That's a very good song. It's in my playlist. Oh, that one. It goes like dee 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 doo doo doo. Then there's a singing part. You know the one. Carry On My Wayward Son by Kansas. What two different movies or fictional pieces do you like to believe are in the same universe? Malcolm in the Middle and Breaking Bad. Star Wars and Star Trek. It's just that one of them was a long time ago. No Country for Old Men and Raising Arizona. Night at the Museum and Jurassic Park. It's just that my brain said dinosaurs moving in any way equals same universe. Care Bears and Harry Potter. Why? Moana and Finding Dory/Nemo. Why did you put Dory first? Unbelievable. The turtle Moana helped swimmer on their back reminded me of one of the Char's characters. And turtles able to live hundreds of years. Don't think it's a coincidence. Polar Express and Back to the Future? Interesting. What is your favorite English word? Moist. I love moist. It's a great word. The only people who are freaked out by the word moist are overdramatic white people. Gazump. Mummy. Tranquility. It's a fun word to say. Oh yeah, anti-disestablishmentarianism. Facetious. It has all the vowels in alphabetical order. Edit. Nationality American. What's the most common internet insult? I don't know. Probably like Discord mod or simp or a slur. Noob. That's a good one. Something your mother. Your mom. Cringe. No you. Who asked? These nuts. These nuts. These nuts. What is it you hate to do, but you must do it? Cleaning. I hate cleaning the house, but it must be done. Get out of bed. And then all the stuff after that. Watching cringe videos. Peeling potatoes. For some reason, I get dizzy when doing it. Interesting. It's messy, gross, it smells bad. If there was a button that would make me never have to fart or again with no side effects, I'd press it immediately. What's a sign that you'll have a bad day? That I wake up in the morning, sleeping through the alarm clock and not having enough time to shower. A negative attitude. Yes, I'm gonna be that person. Someone has to. All traffic lights are red when driving to work. A single minor inconvenience at any point. Plans in the evening you're not looking forward to. It'll hang over you all day. What would you regularly do differently if it were absolutely shameless? Just live nude in a tropical area homeless. I'd get arrested for public indecency, but I wouldn't have any clothes to wear, so what the f*** are they gonna do? I'd immediately take any prison costume off also. Everything's a costume to you, isn't it? I would wear a trench coat. Walk around in a diaper for grown-ups. I'd probably be more rude people who stare at me. What would you say? Stop staring at me. Stare back. Maintain gaze. Narrow eyes a little and say, off. Not much. Threaten the security guards to take off my straitjacket because everyone needs some amount of shame. How you type in a straitjacket? Talk to text. What is a word that perfectly describes your country? America. Delusional. Obese. America. Crowded. India. Malakas. I don't know. Autobahn. Germany. Foul mouth. Everyone thinks they're cool for using swear words. Keep saying. What do you plan on doing before we all die? Very soon. Yo, what the what info you got? Depends on what you're doing tonight. Winky face. We all dying soon? Lol. Jump into a volcano. What is the reason you wouldn't date an opposite gender version of yourself? Because I'm gay. I'm an asshole. We would both find it weird. We can't both be right all the time. I can't think of any, because it would still be me. I have problems with me. Who's the best Disney princess? Shrek. Shut up. Shrek's not funny. It's 2022. Get over it. Shrek is not funny anymore. It was barely funny to begin with. Aquaman. Also not even Disney. Shrek's not even Disney either. I just realized. Has to be Mulan. That's based. Merida. Not really. Cusco. Yes. What was the most offending or hurtful comment you've ever gotten in your entire life? My crush when I was 10. You're really funny. Too bad you're ugly. Oof. Stop doing that. You're so embarrassing to be around. My sister. Like, what the bro? I was just being myself. All I was doing was tapping on a table and saying ASMR. It didn't even make noise because my nails were cut short. She's just an asshole. Bruh. My brother said I should have been aborted. You must be adopted because I could never have given birth to such an awful monster. My mom. Holy f. No one wants you here. My best friend in primary school. What was normal in the 1990s but rare or non-existent right now? Coin arcades in malls. And the malls, I guess. I kind of miss arcades. Being completely unreachable by anyone for an entire day or more with no one thinking that it was unusual or rude. Damn, I would have loved the 90s. I haven't been bored since 2003. So much distraction now. My dad used to just lock us outside and we couldn't come home until it got dark. The 90s really were a special time. Dial-up internet. I had net zero when it was actually free. Waiting for the bus without doing anything else than waiting. Reading the back of the shampoo bottle while peeing to pass the time. I've read tampon instructions numerous times many years ago. I'm male. MTV playing music videos. Landline phones. What is something all of Reddit can agree on? That the Reddit video player is utter garbage. Anyone know why it's so Wouldn't be at all surprised if it was powered by Real Player. Ugh, the least real of all the players. Water is essential for the human body. Lol. Nobody. Do your own research. 100% of people who consume water will eventually die. Yep, dihydrogen monoxide is lethal. Yeah, it's the most powerful solvent known. Whole mountains and Redditors need to get off Reddit. Does every Redditor Reddit for hours daily, or is it just me? I once got bored of Reddit on my PC, so I opened my mobile to look at Reddit. Nothing. We don't agree. That's our whole thing. If we agreed, who would we be? We'd be boring. I agree. I disagree. I agree to disagree. Amy Schumer is not funny. That's true. I don't know a single person ever who thinks Amy Schumer is funny. She's not. She's just not funny. 2 + 2 = 4. No, it's 22. No, it's 2 squared. Terms and conditions. What do you still do that you did as a child? Stress my mom out or get stressed out by my mom? Cut my sandwiches into 4 triangles. Makes one side of the crust instead of 2 or 3. I still squish my sandwiches down before eating them. And nothing wrong with that. Refuse to dangle my foot over the bed at night, just in case the monsters under the bed get me. I don't really know. I think I collect rocks. I love rocks. I like those shapes, the holes, everything. I absolutely adore rocks. I think your spirit animal is an otter. Is that good or what? What interesting statistics do you know? I know that 100% of people who follow AskReddit on TikTok are happier with their TikTok experience. And that's a real stat. That's a real statistic. Residents of large cities, on average, spend 6 months of their lives waiting for the green light of a traffic light. 30,000 hours of videos are uploaded each hour. 90% of the people reading these statistics won't check to see if they're true. McDonald's sells 75 burgers per second. While you're reading the lines above, about 12,000 lightning bolts flashed in the world because about 200 sparkle every second. Why would or wouldn't you want to be famous? I don't like the attention when my family sings happy birthday to me. Being famous would be a nightmare. I want to be a voice actor, mainly for dub anime, but I'm terrified of being famous. People treat famous people like as if they aren't human too. I'm sensitive as hell. You ever catch an episode of TMZ? I saw one once at a friend's house, and that shit is straight up legalized stalking and was immensely creeped out. I'm already famous. People just don't know it because I'm the guy who invented the sound shh with the finger over your mouth. Yep, that's right. Before me, it was just shut the f you or grarg. But I came up the shh and shh. The modern shh and other variants of that are not mine. But I think I had a heavy influence on the process of inventing those types of the OG shh. Creepy ass paparazzi taking pics of your family. Australian radio hosts phoning your hospital to get details about your pregnant wife and newborn child. People trying to form relationships with you to launch their rap career. Everyone scrubbing your internet history to find some way to cancel you. Losing a large portion of your childhood. No time to yourself. Everything being played up for TV like The Truman Show. Ruining your mental and physical health. What is something you want to do, but if you didn't, it would result in death? Jump into a black hole. You wouldn't die. You'd be able to communicate with your daughter from the past. Murph! Dirt. Grab lava. Like it looks so satisfying to just watch. Own a tiger as a pet. I hear lead paint chips are delicious. Anyone else ever try one? So there's an electrical line that goes from the power line to my roof. It's about 8 or 9 feet up, and I could easily jump and touch it. I know that you don't get electrocuted unless you complete a circuit, so my theory is that if I am not touching the ground, then I should be fine. Birds have been doing this for ages now. It's how they charge, actually. What's the dumbest question you've been asked? Is July 4th on the 3rd? What? Really? Yep. What color is an embarrassed chameleon? Transparent. Red. This doesn't sound like a dumb question. Hey, Robert, what's your name? Bruh, really? Why do girls look so normal in trousers, but guys in skirts don't? Scotland kilt couldn't agree less. On a map, is the blue part the water or the sky? Both. What song from the 90s is a forgotten gem? Crush by Jennifer Page. Never heard of it. Most of you don't know what forgotten means. A song like How Bizarre, My OMC, which was trending on TikTok, featured in a Discovery credit card ad, and has over 130 million plays on Spotify, is not a forgotten gem. How Bizarre by OMC. Okay, that song is constantly on the radio in my area. I can't escape it. How bizarre. Heard that in a credit card ad recently. No Diggity, Blackstreet and Dr. Dre. Aqua, Barbie Girl. That is not a forgotten gem. Literally, it's a meme song. RHCP, Breaking the Girl. If you could bring any fictional character to life, who would it be and why? Ditto from Pokemon or Mystique from X-Men or Loki for obvious reasons. Why do you want to f*** him? Why do you want to f*** a Ditto, my guy? What's wrong with you? Elton John from Rocket Man. I love the music from the movie and I wish he was real. Elton John is a real person. That's the spirit. He's real to me too. Freddy Krueger? What the hell? Why would you do that? Jesus, so he could help me build a garage. Phineas and Ferb. 2 brothers with an IQ higher than Einstein. The Joker. The Joker. Gotta keep the world interesting. Honestly. Why so serious, Earth? What costs more than it's worth? Cinema popcorn. Every app product. Tiger penis. Okay. Being alive and dying. Pennies. I remember hearing something about how they cost more to produce than they're worth. worse? What goes worse with milk? Time. Not a fan of cheese? Milk and onions are not good friends. Lactose intolerance. A supermassive black hole filled with nothing but nukes. I'm pretty sure this isn't how black holes work. What are the things that drive you crazy? People using their speakerphone or playing music in public for all to hear, whether they want to or not. For real, like headphones were made for a reason. Living humans, dead ones too. Everyone drives me nuts. People not being aware in a grocery store that they are in other people's way. For real though. People saying calm down or it's not that deep when you're being perfectly calm, sensible, and rational. Work meetings. All this effort to plan one, show up, and talk about things that literally could have been in an email. I don't care that you brought in muffins. I don't eat those anyway. What are the reasons dating you is hard? I am too cool, and therefore anyone who dates me automatically is not as cool as me. That's why I'm single. 4 years. I'm a very closed off person, and I have trouble connecting with people. I'm in this comment, and I don't like it. I'm mentally unhinged. I'm too scared to do anything. Would be hard to make me talk even. I get petrified when I look at women. I overshare too much. Plus, I have the tendency to forget someone exists when they're not right in front of me, leading to accidental ghosting on my part. What was cool as a teenager, but lame as an adult? Acting like you don't care, but thinking everyone really cares about what you do or think. Being an adult. Staying up until 3 in the morning. Not smiling in pictures. Not dancing at parties. Belly rings. Your driver learning permit. What's a deal breaker on a first date? Asking what my annual income is. That's crazy, man, but what is it? Poverty level 15K a year. Let's get married and be poor together. Follow me 6 hours into the woods, alone on foot. Are you dead? Yes, I'm dead, and using my last cell of phone service from the beyond. I'm going to harass my brother-in-law after this. Coming with their parents. Yes, that did happen to me. Oh my god, that's amazing, but not in a good way. How did you deal with that? Was he 12? No, 26. They won't tell me where they were on January 6th. That's an important one. Where were you guys on January 6th? What's a job that's romanticized, but in reality, it sucks? From what I've understood, being a cowboy was, or is, really awful. Well, this thread is insanely depressing. Are there any good fields to go into? Working on a film. If you're a crew, it sucks. Long hours for what seems like very, very slow progress on the picture. Lots of standing around and waiting. You arrive well before everyone else and leave after everyone else. If this is an indie production, you also may have to beg or chase down for your pay at the end of each week. Oh, and when the film wraps, you're now unemployed. Everyone used to think it was awesome that I worked in live sports TV. 70% of the people I worked with were miserable pricks with overinflated egos. And then there were the athletes. So all of the jobs then. Oh, you hate your job? There's a support group for that, you know. It's called Everyone. We meet at the bar. Teacher. Fantasy. I'm gonna change the world one student at a time. Reality. Poor paying zoo. What is the biggest lie sold to your generation? Gen Xer here. We were told that the boomers would eventually retire. Still waiting for that to happen. While rapidly approaching retirement age myself. You will always have to write in cursive. I just said f it and only write in cursive out of spite towards our education system. You won't always have a calculator on you. Lying. Fat is bad. Sugar is good. You can be anything you want. Not everyone can become a millionaire astronaut and rock star and professional gamer and parent. There's a reason why some of us have the most boring jobs anyone can think of. What's your most boomer characteristic about yourself? Turning off the lights and any appliances the moment I leave a room because I keep thinking it's going to cost me on my energy bill. I've come to enjoy peering out blinds, muttering to myself as I scan the neighborhood for any scallywags. I really want a big covered porch that I can sit on. Remembering and comparing grocery prices. I'm 33 and I have no fucking idea who most famous people are. I have a favorite stove burner. Everyone has a favorite stove burner. Mine's the bottom right, or the front right, I guess. It has a fast boiling option. My love for anything soup. How is soup a boomer characteristic? For some reason, boomers as a demographic fucking love soup. I bet there are stats out there that boomers eat like 10 times more soup than millennials and Gen Z in any given year. I don't know what it is, but at least anecdotally, I'm convinced soup and boomers are connected. Soup is good. I love soup. I don't trust cloud storage. What improvements have actually made the life worse? Advanced appliances that need to be replaced 10 years or less. Plastic was supposed to be perfect. Now we can't get rid of it. It's in our blood. Evolution. I could have been sitting in a tree eating nuts, but no. But without evolution, how would you have gone from random bits of RNA to sitting in a tree, which similarly evolved, eating nuts? Ditto. I could have been random bits of RNA, but no, I have to go to work. Phones that have made me depressed and addicted to them, and I wish they didn't exist. Sent from my iPhone. The Industrial Revolution. Now we're pissing in jugs in the Amazon warehouse. What community seems toxic from the outside, but is actually really welcoming? r/fountain pens. People think we're snooty. We will celebrate everything, including a $1 shark pen, an accidentally spilt bottle of ink, or laughing at fountain pens not automatically improving our handwriting. One of my favorite mundane experiences in life is finding a good pen. One of my most tragic, horrifying experiences in life was losing my best pen. Derek, if you read this, f*** you for taking my pen at work. Metalheads. Guess what? That guy wearing the Cannibal Corpse t-shirt showing 2 zombies slaughtering a woman and ripping her unborn son out of her womb in a room full of dead babies hanging from the ceiling is actually a laid-back kind of guy, probably shy, without a single violent bone in his body. Yeah, metalheads may seem crazy and weird and violent on account of the violent imagery of their t-shirts, but studies have shown most fans of heavy metal music are actually pretty mellow and nice. Adopt a metalhead. said. Dungeons and Dragons. Despite the stereotypes, we are not all antisocial dorks. Most of us are pretty normal. We love being able to introduce more people to the hobby. Honestly, in terms of joining stuff like that, I am less worried about people hurling insults at me inside the community than having my friends hurl insults at me if I do stuff like that. I work at a gym part-time, but I've never been a big gym goer myself till recently. Everyone always thinks that they're really hardcore people or will judge anyone who's not as strong as them or doesn't do everything right. In reality, there's some of the more inclusive and helpful people you'll find there. They'll happily give you tips on what you should do, your form, etc. They generally think it's a good idea that more people get into training. Punks, metalheads, goths, whatever you call them, some of the best, kindest, most thoughtful folk I know. Several of my gay friends got into that scene back in the 80s. Back then, it wasn't as common to be out in society in general. They said the punk, new wave, goth scene was much more open and welcoming. Hellfire Club. I don't know. I heard they were a satanic cult. What was ruined because too many people started doing it? Any kind of meme that gets popular. I remember 2000 era memes would stay relevant for years because it was still an internet niche. Now they have like a month-long lifespan because everyone starts spamming it. Your parents start using it. Marketing guys catch on and use it in ads, etc. Thrifting. Honestly, it pisses me off how expensive thrifting is now. $10 for shirts? I went to a store in the mall and it was $5 shirts on clearance. I was like, what? Hidden beaches. Now there's too much trash around the ones that get too much exposure. Humans ruin a lot of things they touch. Any restaurant trend. The first coffee shop chalkboard menu, wood paneling, and funky seating is nice. The seventh one is boring. LOL. This aesthetic is everywhere. Plants everywhere too. Damn plants everywhere. Self-loathing used to be fun before everyone adopted it as their religion. Fine, I'll just be accepting of my journey so far and try to continue to grow as a person. You dicks! What gets more difficult the older you get? Finding friends. Wait, really? I'm not that old with no friends. Dealing with people. The older I get, I'm 54, the more I identify with Red from That 70s Show, or Clint Eastwood sitting there with a shotgun saying, "Get off my lawn." The older I get, the more I hate dealing with people. Second, I don't mind getting older. This aging sucks. Making excuses for relatives being shitty. Flexibility. Struggles to put shoes on. Grunts on the way down and on the way back up. Staying alive. Well, you can tell by the way I use my walk, I'm an older man. Get off my lawn. Trusting a fart or walking. Walking farts are real dangerous. I've thrown away a few pairs of boxers. Never trust an old fart. New music. I will literally hear artists and songs nowadays that I'm like, hey, that's kind of cool, but then never listen to anything else but the same music I have for the last 20 years. What was your 15 seconds of fame? I had a TikTok blow up one time that got 1.5 million views. Played Among Us with Captain Sparkles and Carl Jacobs. I'm on Google Earth riding my bike home from school. I'd be bragging about that constantly. It'd be in every social media bio. Truly my proudest moment and biggest contribution to society. I got 5 no's on America's Got Talent, a show known famously for only having 4 judges. I accidentally walked into a setup movie shot, up, heard action, walked right through the whole action scene, went around the corner, and asked a grip what that was all about. 10 years later, I saw the movie in Blockbuster. Watched it. Yep, there I am. I was in the background in the local news in Duluth, falling down and eating absolute last year. Hi, internet here, we love a link. Hi, you can find him in Princess of Zelda. I met Cardi B and we took a photo. I read this as took potato and was like, fair enough, I would too. What's something small that can completely destroy your ego? People younger than me achieving more than me, no matter how small it is. It works all the time. My peeps. People disapproving of me on Reddit. Even if it's a single person and nobody else acknowledges me. I acknowledge you. Getting not so subtly insulted by little kids. They just say whatever the hell they want, don't they? Little shits. Why do you have buttons on your face? Because I love putting them on, obviously, Timmy. Having a bad day and then dying in a video game. I feel you, bro. People who had little fancy mustaches tattooed on the side of their fingers. How are you doing now? Not that well, TBH. My daughter knows someone who has one tattooed on the wrong side of their finger, so they have to awkwardly turn their wrist around, be backward to flash their little handlebar stash. Hopefully most folks are doing better than that genius. Kinda peaked shortly after the tattoo, not gonna lie, but can still kinda ride the wave when people notice it. Fine. Haha, this is very 2010s, OMG, ha 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 ha. Not sure who is downvoting this. It's definitely 2010s and should have stayed there. What is inside a black hole? A whole lot of black. Sorry. The singularity at the center of a black hole is the ultimate no man's land. A place where matter is compressed down to an infinitely tiny point, and all conceptions of time and space completely break down, and it doesn't really exist. Black hole. Everything and nothing at all at the same time. Bookshelves. A big ball of rubber bands. GTA 6. What scientifically proven thing scares the living out of you? This Wikipedia page. Wikipedia.org/wiki/timeline of the far future. The scale of the universe. Though it's not scary in the sense I'm frightened by it, but I'm scared into submitting to its insane level of bigness. Scared to silent awe where my mind crumbles at trying to fathom it in any relatable way and coming up empty. Wormholes. Is that scientifically proven? We have not found one yet. However, if they do not exist, many fundamental facts would be unproven. Locked-in syndrome. It scares the fuck out of me. There are serial killers walking around, and it could be someone you see every day. Very scary. I read somewhere that the average person has walked past something like 30 murderers in their life. If you could have any minor superpower, like automatically cleaning your house, changing the color of your shirt at will, etc., what power would you pick? Power to clean my house would be really nice. I wish I had power to be infinitely funny. Automatically cleaning the house would be sweet. Being able to instantly clean my whole body at will. So like shower, brush teeth, floss, etc. but like instantly so you don't have to do anything. If it includes pooping, I'm in. Being able to fast forward in time at will. Like when I have to wait in line at the supermarket checkout or at the dentist office or when having to watch ads before a YouTube video. Isn't that the pitch for an Adam Sandler movie? Yeah, the worst Adam Sandler movie of all time. Teleport the contents of my bowels and bladder in my enemy's AC system. That's just vile. Power to cook anything instantly. What things piss you off more than they should? Loud chewers. Folks blocking my driveway. I will fucking burn your house down if you block my driveway. I mean, I will politely ask the infringing party to kindly relocate their vehicle. Hides gas can. Barky, jumpy, hyperactive dogs. Far away from me. Thanks. Hey, leave my dog alone. He's just vibing. Wet socks. I don't ever want to see wet socks in anything, ever. I hate them so much. Just people breathing in general. Like, just stop what you're doing. Kneecaps. I don't know why. Kneecaps. Hey, I've got kneecaps, bucko. Your kneecaps. Internet acronyms. Things like lol and over and Dude, just speak normally, please. Who has the most punchable face on the planet? Chris Pratt does. Absolutely. I would do it in a heartbeat. Josh Duggar. He's the scum of the earth. I second this. I third this. I fourth this. Putin. My mom instantly said Mark Zuckerberg. That's because his face looks like it was made of with parts sourced from several other faces. Will Smith. He always looks so smug. Chris Rock. Slapped. Damn. What's Where Are They Now segment you'd watch? Cast of Supernatural. Rob Schneider. That one Austrian artist. I wonder where he is now. Serial killer victims. Where are they now? Still dead. 17-year-old cashier here. What is the right way to deal with a Karen? You get the manager because she's about to request him or her anyway. You don't. Let them make an ass of themselves. In Scotland, we tell them to get to ya shriveled ol' up hag. Seems to do the trick. Murder. Don't murder people. With fire, there is no problem that enough fire won't fix. Okay, maybe we all have superpowers. They're just mundane. What's yours? I can keep my drink chilled at all times. Being confidently incorrect about everything all the time. I can intentionally make my legs go numb by barely flexing my muscles. I can find the slowest moving car in any lane of traffic. My superpower is staying up late then wondering why I'm always tired. What's your best? She or he's a 10, but experience. She's a 10, but IQ. He's a 10, but he's a philosophy major. She's a 10, but she preferred a 70 to 30 milk to cereal ratio. That's not cereal, that's soup, damn it. It should be 70 to 30 cereal to soup. Cereal to milk. She works for EA. She's a 10, but she wipes back to front. What is normal at 3 p.m., but terrifying at 3 a.m.? Car pulling into your driveway. A kid's toy going off in a random room. My kids used to have a book that, when open, played nursery rhymes. It turns out that when the battery is running low, the book does two things. It plays the tune even while closed. It plays the tune really slow and in a lower pitch. You can see where this is going, right? Middle of the night, me and my husband are woken by Twinkle, twinkle, little star being croaked at us from under our toddler's bed. The sound of an ice cream van. No thank you. Phone call from parents or relatives. Child laughing. There's nothing more precious than a child's laughter, unless it's 3 in the morning and you don't have kids. House sounds. During the day, if the house creaks or whatever, who cares? If it's night, holy demon in the darkness. Pile of clothes in my room. Looking in your bathroom mirror. You're home alone and suddenly hear footsteps. What do you do? Probably the ghost again. The dogs let me know if it's actually people. Goddamn ghosts disturbing my peaceful, quiet evenings. Make louder footsteps and see what they do. I picture them copying you and it turns into a full dance-off session. Home Invasion, the musical. I live in an apartment. I'd get more scared if I suddenly stopped hearing footsteps. Ask them if they've seen the remote. Nothing. It's just the ghost. What's the ghost name? Daryl. Daryl, what is the most idiotic thing you have ever heard? I met a girl who tried to warn me about drinking water that had been boiled because she said you boiled away the hydration and you'd still die of thirst if you drank just that. A couple arguing over why salt and sugar are the same color. After a while, they agreed that they both taste different but look the same due to the way it's processed and left cafe contented. Wait, sundials actually existed? I thought that before clocks people just told time using a freckle past a hair. On a flight, my sister called for a window opening out of panic since she was feeling really hot. Passenger opposite from her lost it and it made his day. I saw Sausage Party a few years ago when it was in theaters with a group of friends and one of them comments completely serious after the movie with, if you take out the swearing, it would be okay for kids to watch it. Which unconventionally attractive celebrity do you have a crush on? Me is the correct answer here. I am a nano celebrity, narrating stuff for a YouTube channel. I'm watching more of Jesse Plemons stuff outside of Breaking Bad and I find him so attractive, TBH. Rami Malek. Funny looking dude, but damn, he's fine. Why the f is Danny DeVito not on the top? Probably because he's an old, small man. Jonah Hill. Chubby guys are cute and he looks good after losing weight too. Also, he directed mid-90s, which is brilliant. So I'm a little bit in love with his mind too. Jermaine Clement. I would climb that Maury like a tree. What's happening regularly today that would horrify a person 100 years ago? Literally any of the clothing being worn. Tinder and hookup culture. Passenger flights at 33,000 feet. The knees and shoulders being out and about. So inappropriate and so suggestive. iPad kids. Those weird, probably AI generated YouTube videos targeted towards kids. Those horrify me. What's your favorite movie? Describe it in the worst way possible. Fat man leaves a monastery to wear a mask and tight pants to wrestle people with a skinny homeless friend. Superman. Nacho Libre. One-handed time-traveling department store clerk has to kill a demons and find an old book. An archaeologist wants to find a chest full of sand before some far-right Germans do it for him. That's Indiana Jones and Raiders of the Lost Ark, right? Austrian dude looks for someone. I got no idea. A ghost of a dead guy talks to a kid who can see dead people and forget that first part. Sixth Sense? Two teenagers meet on a ship and fall in love in a couple of days that they both are ready to die for each other. Titanic? Some plastic bricks try not to get stuck together. They both succeed and fail. What? What is the best Disney movie? Emperor's New Groove? Lion King 1994? Toy Story. That's not true. The first Toy Story is not good. It's really not. It actually is not a very good movie. Toy Story 3 was good. Toy Story 2 was alright too. Hunchback in Notre Dame, that's a good one. Cool Runnings, never heard of it. What subject are you always ready to argue about and why? Pizza doesn't belong in pineapple. I'm fine with pineapple on the pizza. Pizza doesn't belong in the pineapple. How do you even bake that? Is this hell? My eyes have been opened. Daylight savings time is horrible, but permanent daylight time might be even worse. The answer is standard time, and anyone who disagrees is simply wrong. I don't care which one we settle on. I just want to pick one and stick with it. Sugar is as dangerous and unhealthy as alcohol or tobacco. I'm not going to eat too many M&Ms and wrap my car around a telephone pole. Maths. For the love of all things, 1/4 is not larger than 1/2. It depends. No. Yes, finally someone gets it. Haha. Depends. 1/4 of a pizza is larger than 1/2 of a pea. You always gotta be the guy to argue. God, shut up, dude. The existence of ghosts. They don't exist, and anyone telling you that they do is either mistaken, trying to scare or influence you, or is trying to scam you. What song is currently stuck in your head? Oh my god. Oh god. What song is stuck in my head? My Ordinary Life by the Living Tombstone is always stuck in my head. Gangnam Style, Harlem Shake, Kiki, Do You Love Me? Is it too late now to say sorry? If there was a music playlist for people who don't like music. Summertime Sadness. Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat and his black and white cat. Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down. Candyman, Christina Aguilera. What's something that's not a cult but seems like a cult? Fans of BTS. Any MLM. Any man-loving multi-level marketing. Yeah, okay. Oh my god. I would argue that a lot of MLMs are a cult. CrossFit. First rule of CrossFit is to tell everyone in the world that you do CrossFit. People who buy only Apple products or devices. Listen, I love the iPhone. I love iPhones, but I will never buy like a MacBook, iMac, or whatever they're called. Never. Vegans. Groups of friends in high school. Hey, that's the end of this post. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good one. Bye-bye.